Welcome back, my friends, to the D-Rate the Hate podcast. I am Wilk from wilksworld.com, and this is going to be episode 72 of our podcast. And this one's going to be a little bit different because I am recording this with a burning brain and a heavy heart, and you'll soon find out why. Now, this episode it hit me pretty hard as I do it. I'm going to try and get through it the best I can, and quite honestly, I'm probably going to have to do some editing because it's going to be tough. But I do want to tell you that I do this podcast for one very, very important reason, and that's to better the world. And I am all about bettering the world one attitude at a time. That's why that's our tagline. And the best way we can, as individuals, better the world is to stamp out hate. If you can't stamp it out, you got to turn it down. And that's what we do. We're here to turn down the hate, derate the hate. We did not create the hate. But with your help, we can derate the hate. It's up to us as individuals. So what have you done today to make your life a better life? What have you done today to make the world a better place? See, there's a lot of hate out there, and I'm having a very, very hard time not hating today. Hate is a choice. It's a choice that we all must make in everyday situations, all the time. And where does hate get us? Hate brings to our shores the events of September 11th, 2001, where nearly 20 years ago this week, more than 3,000 of our fellow human beings were slaughtered by hateful terrorists, leading to a 20-year war that resulted this week in one of the most bungled, disastrous, defeating, and embarrassing acts that this nation has ever been involved with, or stained with, however you want to call it. Hate got us this incompetent administration. Hate for a man who people did not like because he spoke his mind, and his way of thinking and his way of doing things didn't comport with what they did. Results be damned, they just didn't like his personality. Hate got us this administration. Hate has turned nearly every major news network in the United States and the world abroad into incredible disseminators of lies and misinformation. Virtually nothing, and I do mean nothing, that we see on the news or on social media or in any kind of publication anywhere can be believed anymore. And even if it is true, nobody believes it anyway, because everybody now is so skeptical. That's where hate has gotten us. Hate has turned the big tech oligarchs into editors of our thoughts, our speech. What has hate done? Hate has turned everyday people, everyday family members into enemies because we don't agree with each other. I see it every day. I see it on social media. I see it in the news. I see it coming from both sides of the political aisle. Some of the most vile and insidious hatred that people can spew. You'll find it because it's there. And if we ever want this nonsense to stop, we really need to start remembering what this country was founded for. We need to get back together as Americans like we were right after September 11th, and realize that it's only us as individuals who can make this stop. You know, I'm going to play a couple pieces of music in this episode. Something a little bit different, something I don't normally do. Now, both of these pieces of music mean a hell of a lot more to some people than they do to others. And there's even some people that try to call this first piece hateful and racist. I think most reasonably minded human beings would disagree. But I'm going to start with one, then I'm going to read 13 names, and then I'm going to play another. We'll come back to what I was saying after that. Sergeant Johanny Rosario Picardo, 25, of Lawrence, Massachusetts. Sergeant Nicole L. Gee, 23, of Sacramento, California. Staff Sergeant Darren T. Hoover, 31, of Salt Lake City, Utah. Corporal Hunter Lopez, 22, of Indio, California. Corporal Dagan W. Page, 23, of Omaha, Nebraska. Corporal Humberto A. Sanchez, 22, of Logansport, Indiana. Lance Corporal David L. Espinoza, 20, of Rio Bravo, Texas. Lance Corporal Jared M. Schmitz, 20, of St. Charles, Missouri. Lance Corporal Riley J. McCullum, 20, of Jackson, Wyoming. Lance Corporal Dylan M. Marola, 20, of Rancho Cucamonga, California. Lance Corporal Kareem M. Nikui, 20, of Norco, California. Navy Corpsman Maxton W. Soviak, 22, of Berlin Heights, Ohio. And Staff Sergeant Ryan C. Noss, 23, of Coreytown, Tennessee. Rest in peace, heroes. Your country and all those that you helped to save in Afghanistan owes you a huge, huge debt of gratitude. I'll ask the question again. Where has hate gotten us? Hate cost the lives of 13 of our nation's bravest and brightest this past week. Hate put in place an incompetent administration that emboldened our enemies and left doubts in the minds of all of our allies and cost the lives of American service members for the first time in Afghanistan in well over a year. Friends, I said it before, and I'll say it again. I record this with a very heavy heart and a burning brain. And all I can say is that I hope we can get back to a point where people start to treat each other civilly again and think with more rational and cooler minds so we don't continue to have the divisiveness that has led to this insanely incompetent type of event that happened this past week. All the people that are on Facebook and Twitter and TikTok and this platform and that platform that are constantly trying to inflame the emotions of their fellow human beings, Americans, whoever you're trying to inflame. The politicians that are out there constantly trying to divide us, label us, keep us separated, keep us hating each other. People gotta wake up to what's happening here. There's real life consequences to this kind of hate. There's real life consequences, and we saw 13 of them. That's just the American casualties, the American military casualties. Doesn't account for the 170 or so that were also killed in those same blasts or the thousands that will be murdered and slaughtered in the streets because of the Taliban and the newly emboldened ISIS that was gone. That hate will keep killing people. So if you're doing it, knock it off. Please. For the sake of your fellow man, for the sake of our country, for the sake of all things beautiful on this planet, stop it. We need to get beyond the hateful and divisive rhetoric of Republicans and Democrats and conservatives and liberals and straights and gays and whatever label that you want to put upon yourself. Get beyond it. Get over yourself. Get past that hate. What have you done today to make your life a better life? What have you done today to make the world a better place? We cannot, we must not let hate win the day. We must not let hate win the day. Whether it be foreign, domestic, individual or organization, or media, politician, whoever it is, we must not let hate win the day. Get beyond the hate. Derate the hate. Get out there, be kind to one another, and be grateful for everything that you've got. And remember, it's up to you to make each and every day the day that you want it to be. Say a prayer today for our fallen heroes. Say a prayer today for our military and our great country. With that, my friends, I am going to back on out of here, and we will catch you next week. Take care.